Dear students, let's continue the Mauryan Empire with the Mauryan administration. So first, let us discuss about the king. So the king is considered as the representative of God. So he is called a Devanam Priya, means beloved of God. So then the king was the sources and center of all the authority. The king was the head of the administration. The king was the head of the law and justice, and king is a supreme judge. And the king himself selected his ministers and appointed the officials and controlled their activities. So the Kautilya said that administration cannot be work of one man, just as one wheel cannot drive a vehicle. This is the quotation by Chanakya. So now let's discuss about the Mantri Parishad. So the king was assisted by his council of ministers. So what the king was assisted by the council of ministers are called a Mantri Parishad. So the Mantri Parishad was headed by the Mantri Parishad Adhyaksha. So then there was a civil servants. The civil servants are called a Adhyakshas, or even they are called a Amatyas. So the every department had its own Adhyakshas. For example, Accountant General, Akalpa Adhyaksha, Royal Treasury, it's called a Sanidhata. So like that, all the department has its own Adhyakshas or Amatyas. So now let's start the provincial administration. So the Mauryan Empire was divided into the 5 provinces, and each provinces were controlled by the prince or member of the royal family. Again, the province were divided into the districts. So now let us discuss about the district administration. So who is the head of the district administration? Pradeshika. Pradeshika was the head of the district administration, and he was assisted by the Yuktas and Rajukas. So what are the responsibilities of the Pradeshika, Yuktas and Rajukas? These officials perform many duties like measuring the land, collection of tax, etc. And even the district were further divided into the village. So now let's see village administration. The village was the smallest unity of politics, and this smallest unit is called a grama. Then the grama was headed by the gramika. Then who elect the gramika? The gramika was elected by the villagers. What is the responsibility of the gramika? Gramika settled the disputes of villages through the Grama Panchayat. So now let's discuss about the army. So the Mauryan army was the largest and the strongest of all the ancient Indian kingdoms. So the Mauryan army consists of 6 lakh infantry, 30,000 cavalry, 9,000 elephants and 1,000 chariot. See, this is the infantry, Mauryan infantry. So this is the elephants, 9,000 elephants. This is the cavalry, 30,000 cavalry they have, and 10,000 chariot. This is the army of Mauryan Empire. So now let's see the census. So during the Mauryan Empire, there was a system of census. In the census, they registered the death and births. So who is the officer of census? Nagarika was the officer of the census. So now let's see the crimes and judiciary. So there were two types of justice courts. One is Dharmasteya and one more is Kantakashodhana. Dharmasteya means civil court and Kantakashodhana means criminal courts. So these civil court and criminal courts dispensed the justice and the death sentence were common. In the next class, let us discuss about the agriculture and society.